Hey there guys, bringing you another mentorship class video for this week. Unfortunately, I'm no longer releasing these full videos over on YouTube anymore, and I will be releasing the full videos over on my Patreon. So paid members get some extra perks, but you don't just get that. You get tutorials, you get asset packs, you get tips and tricks over on my Patreon. So if you guys are interested, you can go and read in the top right corner and find the link for the Patreon, and in the link's description will also be the link for you to click. And if you want to take these mentorship classes, you can go and read the screen in front of you and just email me and you can get in contact and get in these awesome classes. And until next time guys, take care.
On this thing that will get you far, or
Yeah.
not
I
far.
I
Yeah, it
I heard you
depends.
were really fed up the first time. Like I watched the whole 7 hours, and you were like, I could tell that you were like you wanted really like you were really like going for this
Did you
advanced
get the
stuff.
link?
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Okay.
Can I share my screen really quick? I want to show you guys something. There's like should not be in. Oh, it's you're recording already.
Yeah, I just
So
thought I might as well record. Well, I can pause it.
Or having the arm itself, or like the bone of the arm, actually being parented to that point. I don't know if that works. It might be already constrained to the controller,
I'm
but
gonna. I did a rigging class. With a dude that he works like he's amazing. And I kind of wanna ask him for help, but I'm kind of feeling like shit to do it. You know,
No, don't do
because
that. Always ask.
huh?
You never know. In life, you never know.
I don't know, man. It's like the dude
You're
is like works like he
don't worry.
works for
Don't worry
he's
about it.
busy. You know.
dude,
No,
that
just
Yeah.
guy
actually
has
don't worry.
probably a guy he can ask. He has a senior probably,
No, no,
some
no.
guru.
He is like a kick-ass dude for Square Enix. I
Just
took
don't
a
worry.
class with him.
You never know
Yeah.
who. Okay, in life, right? You never know who can help you and who can actually who they might just refer you to someone else. Whatever you're
Hmm.
like, you're afraid of like rejection or like
I don't want to
stepping on
bother
someone's
him.
toes.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's what I mean. See, stepping on someone's toes. Just ask. It never hurts to ask. In life, that's what we're human beings of connection. We're meant to
Hmm.
connect. We're meant to talk to each other. Like we're all kind of at home and we would love to talk to people if people would send us a message. Maybe sometimes we'll be able to reciprocate, maybe not. Maybe we don't, like I know I don't have time to respond to everyone. If I see a message and I'm like, okay, it's not going to take too much mental power to respond to it, and do it. But like sometimes it's like, oh, like you've asked me a ridiculous question that it would take too much time, or like maybe
Hmm.
if you look online you'll find it. So if you find you can't,
Yeah, I did some research, but it's like I either my reasoning, the way I'm solving this rig is wrong,
mm,
because the way I thought I could make this piece like the shoulder drive this piece here drive the rig, but
yeah,
I wanted to keep this like clavicle system,
mm,
so I don't want this piece to change length. So that's what I was trying to do. So that's how you rig a normal arm, like a human arm. It's this
yeah,
system here, right? So maybe I'm doing it wrong, but yeah, I'll ask around.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I spend like I spend a lot of time trying to solve it. I learned a few things. Like this is my I don't know how many times I rigged this arm already.
How
But
about
yeah.
you maybe look into like an IK FK switch? Like you just turn off the IK and then you can use the clavicle to move.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the proper way. But it's more like I want to do it properly. So if I have a lot of solutions that are like cheats, right?
Hmm.
But I wanna solve this so I have the knowledge for the next ones.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if I wanted to fix this one just to get it done, I could, but I don't want to do it.
Hmm.
I
And
just
that's for
wanna
like,
I wanna make a proper rig just for like the knowledge. But
Have you,
yeah, that's all I wanted to show.
yeah, have
Like
you started? Is this some of the sub D stuff you've rebuilt?
no, this is all decimation.
All right, it runs pretty good considering its decimation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I,
It's
I,
it's pretty.
I've been bloody using Max to do Octane rendering. That's terrible. Like this the viewport kind of. Oh, it's not too bad. I think it's maybe, Max. It just runs slow when you have dense stuff. Like when it loads in between, like the in between loading, it can
Mhm.
handle it, but it's like it does this thing where it like just gets stuck and then unlocks. And like what is it doing in between? That's like I don't know. It's like the material editor, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Like, believe it or not, I'm still looking at Blender. I'm gonna I'm gonna jump ship.
Oh, Blender
I
is the
have
future,
to.
dude.
I've
Dude,
I might just bite the bullet and deal with
I was watching a dude sculpt and rig in Blender, and then he like with the rig on top, he was a sculpt. No, dude, it was just like
sculpting. Yeah,
I was
like it's
I had a
yeah
boner, dude. It was
yeah.
awesome.
It's what it is. It's if whatever you resist will persist. You know what I mean? It's like you're resisting it. It's gonna it's still gonna persist. You're always gonna want to. Hey, it's gonna get no newer add-ons and all this stuff, and there's so much support, and you
Mhm.
resist it, you resist it, and resist it, and it's like just go for it, just jump in, and just
Oh, I'm learning Blender, dude, already. I'm
I
like
do.
I open it, I saw because I'm doing the hotkeys, right? Like I'm
Yeah,
building, I'm converting Blender to like my workflow. So
yeah.
I open it, I scream at it for like half an hour, 1 hour, and then I close it. But every
You gotta go
session
through it.
it gets a little bit closer,
Yeah,
Dude, the interface is like no,
it's
it's
crap.
there's a lot of yeah.
It's
I don't
I
like I
yeah.
think it's confusing with the. Sorry to interrupt. I think it's confusing because when you go for the key bindings, they
Mm,
don't have names. Like because it's like there's the name of the keybind, and then there's a code inside the keybind that tells what it does, but you cannot search for that.
mm,
And the names are all the same. So like your added vertex, it will be like 1,000 added vertex that do different things. That's what's killing me. So it's hard to find the tools that I need inside, but I'm making
yeah,
like steady progress. Like it's
yeah.
slow, but it's eventually I'll be able to switch.
It's there. Like I've
Yeah.
whenever I see someone doing something good in Blender,
Sorry.
I'll just send them a message and be like, hey, you want to show me some Blender stuff? Because each person I've talked to like has this little thing that that they do. And I'm like, I'm just gonna like the easiest way to learn is to like if you see people doing good stuff, just ask them questions. And that's what I was saying to you. Like that, it's like back in the day, you were on forums, weren't you? We had forums, right? And what would happen on
Yeah.
forums? Same thing.
I was always like the guy bashing my head, trying to learn
I think
alone. I don't know.
everyone's like that. Aren't we all like that? We just like let's be honest,
No,
we all hate learning. Learning is difficult. If it was
fucking
easy, it would
sucks.
be amazing, right?
I don't.
I was contemplating buying fucking 3ds Max for a fucking year because I don't want to fucking learn Blender. Jesus
I don't
Christ.
wanna. I
But I don't
like
want to feed him. I
learning.
don't want
I
to
don't.
feed Autodesk, man. Fuck Autodesk.
Look,
I don't.
it's not that. It's okay, Bendy. Like you don't want to learn it because it's like new. I would say it's probably not difficult because once you learn it, it's going to make a lot of things possible.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I've
Yeah,
been thinking
Bendik,
about learning
let's suffer
Houdini instead,
together.
but
yeah.
it's
Bendik,
Let's all
hmm?
just suffer together. We could all like
let's suffer together. We should hang out
yeah,
just to suffer with Blender together, so we can scream at each
deal.
other.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
You
do
I'm
know.
gonna be hanging out in the chat every day this week, okay? After work,
Yeah.
every fucking day, we'll do it.
We should. Yeah. We can trade the hours like the so we can like find up time, and then we can
Mhm.
learn Blender together. Like get everybody to so we can help each other.
Yeah,
Can go
Yep.
faster.
yeah. I mean,
I'm just gonna rebind everything so that it looks like Max, and then I'm
Yeah,
never
I'm
gonna
gonna do
touch
it for
Max again.
Maya, and then we can
I
just.
don't know if it
Yeah.
works. You know why? I've tried that, right? And like when someone comes in, they know Blender. Like just press this hotkey, and you know what? You've changed it, and it's like
Ah,
certain
fuck yeah.
combination.
That's the paranoia I'm thinking about. Like,
Yes,
do I change this? Fuck, do I learn this? Nah, God, no. I
I
just want to.
well, I tried to move mine to like being like exercise, and then I had a mate. I go, okay, all right, just teach me some Blender, and I just go. I got rid of I got rid of my exercise like hotkeys and UI, and I was like, if I want to learn Blender, I actually have to learn the default stuff, and then I would have to change it.
Yeah.
I think you have to master whatever its default setup because there's so many little weird nuances that you need to know.
But
Because
that's the problem, dude.
yeah,
Move is G. I that's
Grab.
retarded. That's like it's retarded. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Grab,
It's just wrong.
scale.
Like,
like
well,
it's a
how
fucking-
select is not key?
You
Q.
need 7
How?
fingers, each really fucking long to just reach all over your keyboard for this.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the default of Blender. And I'm gonna suffer together.
Yeah.
Is
Go
that
for
what
it.
you're saying?
I think.
Yeah?
I think that's what's gonna have to happen. I think.
No, don't say that.
I don't know.
I had
Like,
hopes.
I felt when I was doing it, like, look, let me show you some Blender. Which screen am I sharing? Oh, what screen is that? Let me go. Okay. Why can't I see?
Come on, that's your background.
Oh, sorry. I actually forgot to post it. So like the thing is, I didn't want to post it too. So I thought if I saw it every day, I would post it eventually because I procrastinated on it. Like I didn't want to post it because it's weird. You know what I mean? It's like it's an odd thing to do, but it's actually let me find. Have you seen some of the entries to it? It's not too bad.
Some
But
guys are really. Some people are missing the point.
Yeah.
And some people are like killing it. It's awesome.
And some guy is fucking actually copying you.
Copying you.
Yeah, for the cock my gun thing.
Yeah, we know what he's doing.
Who copying who? Let me have a look.
This guy just like made a cock gun with like legs. And that's like basically what you did. But it's like it's a guy
Oh
instead
yeah,
of
I
a
saw
chick.
that.
Where is it? The cock gun.
Well, it's not
But the
copying
cock my
actually,
but the
he-
cock my gun needs a boyfriend, so it's fine.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
can touch.
yeah.
They can
Well,
touch.
I mean, that one I've got is looking pretty cool. I mean, I'll show you. I've been doing renders, but they keep stuffing up, and I have to like that one
Nice.
better. But yeah, like this is an early one. It's too much light on it and stuff.
I like it better blue than it was when it was purple. So yay!
But
It's
this is what
literally
I
a
mean. When you
fashion
start,
show.
yeah, when you start, like
Oh,
I don't have enough RAM in the GPU to render. I made a whole backdrop, right? I didn't have enough to put the backdrop in there. So I've been like, this is constantly crashing, constantly crashing. Just this simple scene is constantly crashing. I couldn't even render it. And I was like, nice. Like that's pissing me off. Like I've been battling with just crashing. And I was like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to like bite the bullet and buy, well, the thing is I tried to put two together and it wouldn't work. I've got 3 GPUs, tried to put 2 10 gigs together. It wouldn't work. And so I'm like,
Are you using the what's the name? The NV Link?
Yeah, I put that in, and now you know what's happening. I'm only getting 2 GPUs in 3ds Max now. Once I disabled the end, so now I'm 1 GPU down. I have 3 GPUs. I'm using 2 GPUs. It won't detect the third one now. Once I put the NV Link on there, and the NV Link didn't work. So now I'm stuck running with 2 GPUs. So like this project's like to get the project just rendered is just
What do you need? Can I help somehow? Like, is that something you need help with?
Well, I just need
Like-
more. I need better GPUs like this.
Or you need a cleaner scene?
Believe
What
it
are
or
you
not,
doing? Like, what's your like?
This is pretty heavy though. Like this that's pretty heavy. There's a lot of.
Well, you retopple that, right? Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I decimated all this down because it would be once it's subdivided, it would be even heavier in the GPU.
For sure.
GPU rendering sucks for poly. It sucks. It's crap because we still don't have like 10 gigs of VRAM. Is not enough to do that with it. You could do it by itself, not with a scene. And then you have lights and textures.
Dude, I remember you I think the first time I saw you in like live, you were complaining about ZBrush 4R6.
Yeah.
Because like you're doing that the guy with the clothing, it was like an Intel guy, I think. It looked like an astronaut or something. And you're like, ZBrush is crap because it can go over like 60 million polygons or something. I don't remember. Or something like this. Who needs that? You know, you're always pushing.
Yeah,
you're always like.
Oh, I
they
can't
give
fit
you
4 cars
60
in my garage. You fucking asshole.
you're like, Oh,
Who
dude,
designed this?
it's nice because you're pushing the limits of the thing.
Yeah,
But like, Jesus, dude, it's.
that's just in my
you know?
nature. Like,
I
so
know
yeah.
you wanna like how much can I push on this thing? It's
Oh, because I'm like, I
it's
just
cool,
want
but
it done. That's what I mean. Like,
I know.
so like with
But
this,
but don't you? Is there anything you can do to lighten the scene? Like, what
So
Can
about
you
your
use
environments?
can you use proxies so so that you don't have such a heavy scene?
I tried using proxies and they didn't work. Well, they worked, but the thing is, when I used proxies, I couldn't see where to maneuver the proxy. For some reason, in Max, it makes a real simple proxy for some reason, and I was like, oh, how do I? I could have got it wrong, but I'll show you the scene. This scene is actually not.
You get V-Ray for free. Like they
Well,
have like
well,
the
thing is,
sample thing.
Yeah.
yeah, like this is
Yeah, try V-Ray.
like it's not that
V-Ray
heavy.
is a beast for heavy scenes, man. I
I,
really
that's
like
why I
that
love
shit.
it. Like,
Yeah.
and this is all decimated. All this,
Oh, cool.
all decimated.
Yeah, V-Ray proxy should work.
Yeah. I think V-Ray is way better for overall rendering. But see, I really like how it looked in Octane, and it was a bad idea. Again, it was a bad idea to switch to Octane and not use V-Ray. I think with Octane, it's still when you get those 20 gig cards out, and that's why they have 24 gig cards, and they cost. You know how much the 24 gig or the 32 gig card costs? Like 20 grand in Australia, I think.
Oof.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
$20,000.
But those cards for like they are for servers. It's too
They're
expensive
using that.
for.
They're using that for
Such a
rendering.
fucking scam. Such a
Huh?
fucking scam.
It's a
Yeah,
it is a scam.
Look at this,
No,
dude.
it isn't. It's for
You think it
servers. It's
isn't?
different.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They have redundancy on the memory. That's why you're paying a shit ton of money. It's not performance at all. It's just the for in the server it can
Yeah,
recover. So
yeah,
it's not for us. You know.
yeah.
That's why they're so expensive. Like buy more renders. Oh, did you try hiring those offline render?
Oh, for
Have you looked into
GPU,
that?
for GPU
No,
Oh
rendering,
yeah.
you can
can you do
upload
that?
your files to like an offsite render farm.
Yeah.
We used to use
Have you looked?
Rebus Farm.
Yeah, did you look into that? Because maybe
No, I
you don't
haven't.
need to buy.
Well,
You
it
don't
only,
need
it only
to.
technically takes about 20 minutes to do one frame. I'm that with my two GPUs. Well, when I had three, it would be quicker, probably
No,
like
but
maybe
you
50.
know what?
Thirteen.
You should send them an email because I think they would like we can mic them using our stuff, so they can use
I
it
have to
for
do.
marketing and you can get it for free.
I think if I was doing animation, yeah, like I don't know, because the crazy thing is that what's pissing me off. What is screen two? Is that screen one or two? That's the wrong one. Or
I want to share a fucking rage about ZBrush though this week. I've been trying so hard to use the deformation tools, but every fucking time I use them, they crash my scene. Every fucking time, man.
the decimation.
No deformation, like the flattened,
Oh,
the
okay.
fucking
Yeah.
bend, whatever. It just crashes my fucking scene every time, and it's so
All right.
annoying, man. I don't know what I'm doing wrong,
We'll have a look.
but
But this is pretty much the speed that I'm getting. Like it's not too bad.
We can see your.
I'm on the wrong one.
But I think with the streaming is gonna be even like slower, right?
Maybe. Let me. So
Yeah.
let me know. Screen one.
See
What's that
pushing.
one? Is that right one? Can you see it?
It's
Not yet.
loading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, see what I mean? Like there's three GPUs here and there's only two listed now. So whatever happened in the slide configuration it disabled my third GPU.
Mhm.
And it's like it's not detecting it anymore, literally. So I'm one GPU down. I'm just ready to sell these GPUs and get the 20 gig, but it comes out around Christmas. That's the problem. The get two 20 gig cards and just put them in. I'm not paying 20 grand for a video card. I paid 6,000 for a Quadro, not a Quadro, an K6000 when they came out, and it was a waste of money. So just because I thought I needed it, but it runs all right.
I bought a Quadro 2 once, and I'm never gonna buy another one ever.
Yeah, they're just like they're the gaming cards they're going to do the
Better.
job. So yeah.
Maybe I don't know, man. I think you're using like the Octane is not the right tool for this. Maybe you're
Yeah, try
pushing
V-Ray.
you're
Yeah.
going
Well, the
over
thing
the
is,
limit of the software. You
yeah,
know?
the thing is, it's too late with it. Like, I didn't realize I did it twice. Even with the dynamic arms that I made, that was still too much for it for the 10 gigs. I knew if I bought a 10 gig cards, I'd need just a little bit. You know, it's at that stupid spot where you probably just need like 14 to render a scene, in the VRAM, and it's like you're at that that annoying spot. Just you're not here. You just need this a little bit more. But that one's rendered in V-Ray, and V-Ray could handle that like years and years ago, and it could handle it well. You could chuck so much at it; it would render like because it's CPU rendering. It's bulletproof in the sense that it's going to dump all the geometry into the RAM, and so if you have a lot of RAM, you can render anything.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You-
I use CPU still.
It's
Me
it's
too.
where it's at, and GPU rendering. It's like the game industry. Like you look at all the new consoles and all the new video cards, it's still kind of crap, and it will always be crap because we always expect more. But like CPU rendering, it's like you can just dump everything. Well, it's not crap. It's crap for what you always get sold something that's greater. Like it's like, hey, look, new technology, buy it, and you get it, and it's like 50% of the expectation, and then you get it, and you're like, oh, this is a painful thing. It's like when they made Donkey Kong Country and they had to render the 3D sprites on the Silicon graphics machines. I'm sure they had a hell of a time trying to render just Donkey Kong like in one frame, and they had. I'm sure they were like bashing their head against the wall, going, "This is just oh." You're trying to get
Why?
these to render, you know, it takes forever, you know, like that's what we have to deal with. And the people who just are kind of very they either chuck a lot of money at it, and it is they have to, because it's like either you chuck a lot of money at it and be the first person to get in there to show the new graphics, or you wait for it to get cheap and then everyone does it, and then you kind of like fold.
You're behind.
You're behind, yeah. So
But that's the thing. Like you're pushing your stuff like 5 years, like before.
it's so you can sit back in 5 years time and go, damn, I did, in the
But
next
you
5 years, and damn, I
so
did good.
do it, dude. What are you doing here? Like
Yeah.
you're
I
done.
mean, look at fucking Goro Fujita. Fucking started the VR painting stuff. Like that's the
Yeah.
first time I heard about it, and now everyone's like doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like
Mm.
he pioneered that shit.
Yeah.
Did you
Like
see the guy that
years
made
ago.
Silent Hill, the first game? He wanted to make it the videos for the game, and nobody in the studio knew how to do it, and he did. And the studio was like, "We're not gonna let you do it." He was like, "No, fuck it, I'm gonna do it." And so when people went home, he would like use the computers for all the studios, for the
Oh,
all the studio,
yeah.
and then he did the whole films by himself. And
Yeah.
when the game came out, they were like, "Holy shit!" Everybody loved it, and so he taught the rest of the studio 3D, so they could do Silent Hill 2.
Wow.
It was like, fucking guy was like a crazy.
I think that's
So you
how it works, right?
yeah.
Look at the people who made GoldenEye. None of them worked on a game before, and
What?
yeah, none of them who made GoldenEye. Like 6 out of the 8 people or something like that who worked on GoldenEye never made a game before. Never made no game before, right?
Jesus.
And it was one of the best games that sold 8 million copies, right? In a time when 8 million copies is ridiculous. That was like playing crack. It's like that game was like crack. And the multiplayer was put in at the last minute, right? And it's because and they didn't tell anyone they were going to put multiplayer in. Right?
What?
So yeah, they didn't tell anyone. They were just like one guy just went off and did it, and it worked. So yeah.
Crazy.
I think it's all the rogue people who just they push against the resistance, right? And you break through. So
I did shit like that in the studio that I worked on too. I was
Yeah.
very stubborn.
that
They were totally
stubbornness
like, dude,
is good sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah, what are you gonna say?
It worked.
People are so fucking afraid to rock the boat, but people who do sometimes like they find out that maybe you can go somewhere else with it instead of just straight ahead. You know, can twist it to the side. Fucking
Mm.
Yeah.
maybe you'll sink, but fuck it, dude. I mean, you'll never know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I did what I wanted. I didn't get fired, so it worked for me. You know?
That's always good.
Yeah, just be, don't tell anyone what you're doing, right? Just do it. Just go and if you had like if I had an
Oh,
office,
I think the trick is like you start and you don't tell anyone. Like they give
Yeah.
you an asset and they say like do it like this and you start go the other way and when it's good you call them and then he looks like okay
oh wow, where you been
know?
doing this? Yeah. Yeah.
yeah
I've been
It's
doing
like
that a few times as well. It worked.
yeah
Yeah.
it's
But
like
then if it's risky, I need to fix it in my own time.
And look, it can make or break. It could make or break you in a sense. Like you can imagine. Yeah, just imagine if you had access to like these supercomputers and you went in and you snuck in and you did some work on these supercomputers and just because you had an idea, but it's like you're not breaking the rules. It's like that saying, the rules are meant to be broken too. Like you have to, if you don't go to jail for it, if you don't have like they're not going to put you in jail, you're going to get reprimanded. Just go for it. Just like you get a little spank on the bottom. But you know what? Like that's what your parents did. Like you've been bad and you pushed the limit because you were wanting to push the boundary, and they're like, hey, and you're like, I still got to push it. I still got to expose my brain to what it was like to do something that would be pushing something, and like I kind of went. I got quite like like angry at Octane, like it's bloody crashing all the time. But it's kind of partly it's my fault for pushing it. You don't have to. It's your fault, really. Take ownership and just go suck it up. Just get the render done. No one. When you see the render, no one's gonna know how many times Octane crashed within the day, like 50 times, right? No one's gonna know that, or 100 times when I'm rendering, and I render it again, and then it will crash after 3 or 4 renders, and it's like. But no one's going to know that. They're just going to look at the end result and be like, that's cool. And that's like the next time you prepare in the sense that you'll spend money on your hardware and you'll upgrade it even more, right? And it's like, I mean, that's what people said. Well, how do you work in ZBrush with so many, with such a high dynamesh? It's because I'm using 2 Xeons and I have a shit ton of memory. I made sure that. And so you learn from your mistakes and you're like, okay, like if you're going to go in a race, if you're going to do like a race car drive, like race car driving, what would you do? You'd need to get the fastest and most well-equipped thing. So eventually you just keep upgrading and just upgrade and upgrade. So that's and then you get excited whenever you like, yeah, I can do this thing now and I'm going to like kick some ass. But you earned it. You earned it from all the crashes. So, but
have you tried sorry really quick try making a proxy geo for your environment and then you can composite it later.
oh, you mean bring it in proxy geo? But you got
Yeah, you're gonna
reflections from the environment though.
no
'Cause-
yeah but
yeah.
the so your proxy geo is gonna be like the basic shapes, right? And then you
Yeah.
just swap it, you know.
Oh no, I just hide it. When I'm not looking at it, I'll just hide stuff. It's not the geo being loaded in the scene. It's the GPU RAM. It decides to crap out and just
No,
crap.
that's what I'm saying. Like you should make a different like have a for your environment. You should have a low geo
Oh
only to
yeah.
get the passes that you need, and then you put the grow in because if you have like your end, you render just the environment, no grow.
Mm,
Then you swap the grow, and then you have like low geo just to get your reflection shadows and stuff, and
yeah.
then you composite later. You're gonna have
Good try that.
the
Yeah,
poly count, right?
you could try that.
Yeah.
Mm. But it's like maybe I can't be bothered now.
hmm
After it's like
Um,
crashed so many times. Yeah.
if you want to try V-Ray, you can always write to Chris if you want, because
Oh
he's been
yeah.
using it almost every day for, and he can render anything.
Well, the thing is, the only reason why I don't want to use V8 is because I already set everything up in Octane.
Yeah.
Set everything. I'm like,
But-
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you want to try, please feel free to write to him anytime.
Yeah.
He'll be happy to help.
Yeah, I'll do that. Hey, Andrea, do you have your file? Where was your file? Is it on Dropbox?
We transfer and it's done uploading, so
Okay.
you should have it.
And did you send it in the chat? Or let me.
Email, but I can get the link for you.
Okay. All right. Let me just. I can check out the email. But see, this is like some of the stuff. I'm gonna show you some of the stuff in like Blender. I thought this was interesting. Like, so you have these tools, and you just kind of smooth it, and then it equalizes the poly group.
We're seeing ZBrush.
Oh, it's got the actual screen. Let me click it again. All right. Got it? We good?
This is Twitter right now.
That's what on show Twitter.
This is Twitter. Yeah, you're looking at Twitter. This is
Yeah.
So that's like they're smoothing out the geometry and it's retaining the poly group. I'm not sure if you see that. So it's retaining. So they've done poly groups. You know, imagine you're using ZBrush, right? And it's retaining that poly group because it'd be really good for sub D modeling, even in a hard surface type of stuff. See how just you smooth it out and equalizes it, the poly group. You got stuff like that. Hey,
I look at this and like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just wondering how they like get the poly groups from ZBrush to here. Is it just a bridge?
oh no, this is not ZBrush. This is Blender.
Yeah, but like they probably like exported it from ZBrush.
I think they made maybe these poly groups. I'm probably sure you probably could make poly groups in there.
You can use your in ZBrush. You can re-UV your mesh based by polygroups. So you get each UV island will be a polygroup, and then you can bring it over and reassign manually. So it's like that will be a quick way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, you got stuff like this. This is crazy. Like that's Blender, right? That's terrible quality. That's what I mean. You got the power to have this all in one thing, and you gotta bite the bullet and just shut up and do it. Like, and look at that. That just destroys ZBrush's cloth. So it's just you can do cloth pretty efficiently. I don't know. It's just and check this out. This is another thing. Check it's just ridiculous. Like getting all these little innovative things. You can rotate around.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. Do you see what I mean?
This guy woke up
do it.
one day. He was like, "Dude, this is gonna be fucking awesome." He just, God, I fucking love this stuff, man.
So that whatever you resist will persist. Like if you know this application is going to be big and everyone wants to support it because it's free. You know, people come up to me like, "Oh, you're not teaching Blender. I need to learn Blender." So I'm like, I have to start just learning Blender because people want to learn Blender. So I might as well do it because I need to just transfer over. As much as I'm attached to exercise for modeling, it's kind of just do it. And I know I'll benefit from it, from doing it. But like you have like even this, what's this? Another annoyingly awesome thing. You know what I mean? You just see it. Pop, 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 pop.
Wait, that's a texture? No fucking way.
That is so cool.
That is so fucking cool. That's so fucking cool, dude.
You know what? If we all learn Blender together, we've got so many more brains behind us. Be like, hey, you learned this, you learned that, and then we can do like
the game?
separate
A game, yes.
A game. A game. Because making games is easy.
Just
I don't care. I'll suffer.
Marcus,
Apparently, Spider-Man.
Marcus is the best person to have on your team. I love Marcus's enthusiasm.
What?
Yeah, because you're like,
dude,
you know to suffer.
You need to. No, the thing is like if the idea if we're making a game, it's like medieval RPG with annoying themes. I don't want to do it. If you sell me like it's robot with tits and it's violence, I want it.
Let's do it.
You know,
hey, let's do
if it's anime bullshit and it's fun, I want it. you know, and then I'll work. If your idea is shit, I want nothing with it. That's it. You gotta convince me. You know?
I fucking love anime and stuff. They have so many ideas there, man. They're
Yes,
so
I want like
fucking
Ghost in the
nuts.
Shell and Macross,
Yeah,
giant
dude, it's
robots and missiles and shit like that,
all
and
over the
violence.
place, man.
That's all I want.
Evangelion, you got
Yes.
fucking
Yes.
do you want
That
to make a
shit.
side scroller game? You know what I thought? You know that cock my gun model? It actually looks
Uh,
really cool in a side scroller view.
Yeah.
Yes, I want that because I like side scrolling
I'll show
games.
you. I'll show you the same thing. I was like, it looks like a cool game in side scroller. I was like,
I was actually thinking this girl that I'm making, I was gonna try to rig it in like
Do it.
make it like a sprites for side scrolling, like try to make it like for fun.
and
Yeah.
to do the environments is actually really easy. Once you start doing some and then you start kit bashing the environments, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's just getting the gameplay mechanics into it. And everything with the lighting and stuff is fairly straightforward. But it made me realize it's like that kind of that energy that you get when you work on a project and you're like, oh, that would make something else that would be really cool.
Yeah.
All right. And Andre, yours is called phase frame. Yep. So who wants to go actually first today?
Do Bandic and
Bandic?
Andrea, right? Needs to. They're the guys that are like super late for them.
I think Nahasat has a bad timing as well. It's like 3 a.m. or something. Is it?
Ah, okay. Sorry.
It's
You're
5 a.m. now.
All right.
5 a.m. Yeah, we can do
I'm
Nahasat
okay.
first.
I can do later. I'm awake now.
You got yours is called villain tools.
Yeah.
There's a few files and 2 files. Tools export 1. Is it that one? Tools export 1.
No, my project name is superhuman.zpr.
Oh, superhuman. Who's got one called villain?
Mine's villain.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But
And there inside that one there is the project file and a render folder.
you've got one called villain. It's not called superdog. It's villain.
I mean the zip file is villain, but the project file is superhuman.
Superhuman. I mean, oh, you mean in the actual the file I'm actually looking at, battle zone thing.
Yeah, that's mine. That's
Oh, that's Bandic.
Okay. All right. I'm just like trying to get these. All right, and you've just got renders. Okay. And Andrea. All right. So let me. I think I'm down. What was the file name for yours, Andrea? Yeah, I got it. The polyframe.
phase frame.
Phase frame. Why is it called phase frame, by the way? What is
Because it's like the frame, like the suit, and it's
Yeah.
phasing through stuff.
Oh, cool. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Phasing through stuff. So it has to like morph and change and things like that. All right.
Damn it.
Okay. And yeah, I guess with the Blender stuff, it's just so many things to learn. I guess it is daunting. That's the problem. And for this job, it's not like if you did another job, it's kind of like you don't get stuck having to like relearn almost every day. And let's believe it or not, you have to relearn something almost every day until you find your niche and you work on doing that. And it's just like whenever you get new software, you realize it's like, oh crap, I actually have to learn, and then at some point you're going to utilize all those skills on something. But I'll show you this. This will make a cool thing. All right.
This is good.
What was that?
Oh, sorry. I'm just thinking from. I'm talking to myself. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'll mute myself. I'm sorry.
That's all good, man. It's all good. Okay. Okay, too many tabs open. All right. This is what I thought. I'm not sure if anyone else I'm just putting it out there. So like this type of view, it kind of like made me realize it looks kind of cool in the sense that imagine the character running across the screen. You have that character jumping and going around type of thing. I'm not sure if you guys would that make a fun type of game?
I think it definitely would. In the
Yes.
past, I used to work on Flash games, like browser games,
Yeah.
and some of these were very popular, but now I get them on mobile as well. So you could definitely make a game, and lots of the environments are recycled. It's
Yeah.
just if it's fun gameplay, and this has really nice silhouette that would work for that. It's just getting good programming on it.
Wait,
Mm.
Andrea, what kind of games did you make?
I
Like, what
was
are the names
working
of
on
them?
car games, and there were all these websites with tons of
Yeah, like
Flash
Armor
games.
Games, fucking Newgrounds, all that stuff. Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I fucking
rem-
love that shit,
uh,
man. Like, what kind of games did you make? Like, what were the names of them?
I don't remember. We were making like um we were divided into teams, and it was me doing the um visual stuff, and I had the programmer, and we would just make like one game a week or something, and we would just give them some bullshit names because they were so many, and it was great because I was learning 3D on that. And nobody cared. It's like, Andrea, as long as you get the game working at the end of the week, I don't care how you do it. I
Man,
don't remember the names of them though.
Nitrome, fucking Newgrounds, Armor Games, those guys are just,
Yeah,
they were
yeah, yeah, yeah,
pioneers, man. They were fucking nuts.
yeah. It was a good time.
That's where it's like really cool to make new things and do things. It's like exciting. And I guess it's when you get together and that happens, the energy and all those things. But we'll get started on Benedict. This
That's
looks
not terribly complex, so
yeah.
it won't take long.
just super quick before you start. Remind me after the class. There's a game that I want to show you. There's a side scroller, but just not gonna do it now because of the class thing.
Yeah,
So remind me later if you want.
I'll probably forget.
I have a reference for you.
Well,
Yeah,
just tell me now, and I'll type it in the screen.
it's Abuse. It's a game called Abuse.
Oh my god,
Yes,
yes.
that's the thing that reminded me. See, yeah, the game is like
Yeah.
Do that.
Abuse. Well, I googled
Yeah.
abuse, but probably won't bring up the
it's
right.
a blue PC game. Abuse PC game.
Hmm.
I also
How
played
old
this,
is that?
it was also this
Andrew,
point and click game
95?
called
I'm
X.
showing my age and Andrew's like,
95.
Oh, I think maybe I know it too. I think so. I know this.
See,
I
This
remember
was one of the first PC games I ever played.
it was
it's a
yeah.
great game. It's super fucking hard.
I think with this stuff, yeah, I remember that character. I think, man, it's super young. Yeah, it was annoying to play. It was hard. I just remember
Yep.
it was hard.
Mm.
I just remember this cool poster though. Like it's like, yeah, look at that. Maybe I'll
Those
try
fucking
that.
corny
Maybe I'll
posters
just
were
try
the
it.
best.
Hey,
Those corny posters were the best. Just like
they're
really
great,
cheap
aren't
3D
they?
posters. Yeah, I fucking
Good
love it.
CD. Oh, it's crack.com.
Like
What is it? Crack.com? That's weird.
Battlezone has the same thing. Like a really like low poly fucking tank coming like flying through like this really low tier explosion in the background. Like
Mm,
all the kids are like, "Whoa, dude, that's nuts! This looks
yeah.
so cool."
I think we're gonna see with the new Unreal tech, we're gonna see more of this stuff. Especially if you could just jump in and dump it and then use it, because Unreal has all these things in it. It is getting more accessible, and it's just you got to find the idea. It's about if you realize what is actually addictive in games, you can probably make something so like you can look at Flappy Bird. You realize you can make your own game, and it's just you finding something that no one's done before and exploring. And we all have a great idea in us. It's just pulling it out of us.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this, Benedict. What's been happening? I would say this actually looks totally different.
Yeah, I reduced the size of the cockpit tremendously. I tried
Yeah.
fixing the engines so that they don't look so big, and then they're a little bit more
And
covered with like armor and stuff, like these flaps that you can also use to brake with.
okay, yeah.
And then there's like a parachute thing in the back that I made too, like below the capsule. There's like there's gonna be if it falls like through atmosphere or something, it'll have like this parachute to like stop it and it'll fall down,
Mhm,
just normal.
yeah.
So it's
Alright.
just like this this practical stuff that I'm really like obsessed with that. I don't really detail the detail. I just want to
Yeah.
um, have some semblance of usability at least.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look anything like what I wanted to do. But
Well, yeah.
it's something, you know.
Yeah. I feel that you're are you struggling to do it or
Yeah, I think I've gotten bored of this. So I also tried doing something else, some other design that's been floating around in my head of the
yeah.
same type. That was fun. I haven't really gotten that far with it, but it's like it's totally different, and it was a good breakaway, I
Yeah.
guess. Um, but I think I should just wrap this up. Maybe jump into some other program, add some screws here and there, and
Yeah,
then
I
just
mean,
call it a project, and that's it. And then start something else.
I guess you could just come in and, do the traditional, like, well, how the hell does you've got this just sitting here? Wouldn't like you assume I'm just going to go through it like you're an idiot. You know what I mean? I have to just treat you like an idiot, just so I need to. I know you're not, but
Yeah, I'm just totally new to this, so
yeah. So I guess if I was going to go through, let me get this dynamic brush size to always have this. Someone showed me a better dynamic brush size tool, but like you gotta be like, well, how would you want all this stuff? Do you want it to fit snugly like that? And you're like, maybe not. Like all that stuff. Like how would you have all this integrated? Like in
yeah.
your head, do you have an understanding of that, or is this just gonna sit on top?
Because the whole point of that was if you try removing that, it's gonna look like a fucking starfighter from Star Wars,
And you
like the
don't like
Obi-Wan
that.
thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna look totally like that. So I thought, okay,
And
well, let's break away from that. Let's make it look a little nastier, a little more aggressive.
and so
And those, the
yeah,
idea was that they were gonna bend outwards, just like to open the cockpit so you could just go out of it. I guess that was the idea, but
they're gonna like do that.
it's also like armor so that he can't get shot from the sides.
Okay.
Also, it's like a dual purpose.
So then in my mind, I'm like, well, maybe we can go around it. Some sort of like once you start integrating some of these like edges, or we can play with something like that. It's just having something that has like some sort of, as soon as you start just adding these little things, because it's like that reinforced structure that it's like not floating on top. So you're just hiding these edges.
Yeah,
And
because
just
I'll try doing stuff like this, and then my fucking ZBrush will crash, and I'll just think, fuck, and I'll try again, and it'll
huh?
crash again. Yeah,
With this,
like I've had to restart this, or I've had to export the tools and restart the file, and just have a new file with, because it for some reason, um, it just crashes whenever I use the gizmo,
this
to
thing,
try to move stuff.
this, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
moving it.
yeah. Like
But
now it works because now it's just a tool, but if it has history and stuff, my fucking ZBrush does not like that at all.
even
So it
with
just
this, I mean, this history here. Are you trying to keep the whole history ever for
well,
your ZP? What is
yeah,
ZPR?
yeah, until I changed it. Yeah.
Oh,
I have several versions, just in case, because I don't want to fucking lose this, you know. But I
okay.
should probably just delete them, I guess.
Start working with the ZTL then.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I just exported the ZTL and then.
Are you being a little bit OCD?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. So you're getting
perfectionist.
like messed up on the OCD.
Yeah.
Um, are you OCD in real life for like other things in life? Like, do you want to control everything? Are you
Well, I'll
like,
tell a little story about my recent experience.
hmm,
I'm getting licensed, so I'm trying to learn how to drive with this guy who's teaching me. And
yeah,
he's like, dude, you were so worried about doing everything right. And I was like, and this carries over to everything, you know.
yeah,
So, and I told him like, dude, I fucking hate this because it just carries over to everything I do. I try to do 3D, doesn't fucking work. So I just think about everything. I can't
yeah,
stop thinking. And the same thing with like the project I did, the animation project. I just obsessed over every fucking detail, and it's just not necessary, you know. But I can't. I don't know how to fucking break away from that, you know. Like I try to just think, you know what, fuck it, let's just. I do the trick you do. I just fucking add a curve pinch brush or whatever, and just fuck around with it, and that works. That's
Yeah.
fine. But then I start like obsessing about like, okay, well, how does this edge go? How does this edge go in here, and all this stuff, and it's just so fucking tedious, and I'm
Yeah.
really sick of it.
All right. So I've been doing that too. Like, so whenever I got I've got it written here. I actually have it in front of my face. So like the 70, like I had a guy on YouTube. He has a really cool YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I can find it at the moment. Really good. He's an Australian guy. Like, you'd think some when you start watching a YouTube channel, you know, when things start clicking with you, you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
this his presentation is like, it's not like super professional, blah blah blah.
No, that's what
But
happened when I watched you. That's the impression.
my
I
stuff,
know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Like when I saw
but
your stuff, I was like, dude, this is just from the gut. This doesn't. You don't care about like sounding, professional. Well, you are professional, but you don't. You're straight from the heart. That's
thing
the
is,
thing.
it's like I toss up between how much goddamn time do I have to sit here and like try and get things done. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just got to get it done. That perfectionism crap, just fuck it off. Just get the thing done, and you'll get better at doing the basic thing. Eventually, wherever, like when I talk to the camera, I'm like, I'm just gonna do this in one take or two takes. I'm done. Like, I don't care. But I know what I want to say, and I'll get better and better at it. But believe it or not, we're not actors in a movie, right? Where it has to be so tuned, it has to be tell a story. We're not that.
Hmm.
So why put that type of level? And movies, they're really hard to make a movie. It's ridiculously hard to make a movie, right? So just get it done. The 70, like what he went through is like the 70% rule. So let's say that you're working on this and you're like hitting a point of OCD and you keep redoing it. Go, am I at 70%? Because you're already probably at 70% when you actually get to that point. So I'll give you an example with that cock my gun scene. I wanted to do a scene in the background and have a background and render it. You know how last week I said I'm just going to render it with a bridge? That's my 70%. For me to do 100%, I would do it with a background, and I probably could, just like Marcus is like, do swap in and do a proxy and do all that stuff. That's 100% for me, and it's too much. And the thing is, you still convey the same thing if I'm just trying to show it. So whatever, you know how you get to the point and you're like, I'm doing too much, I need to drop it. You're probably at like you would say 70% is enough, because people don't know where you're at in percentages too. So Bendik, when you worked on your movie, you were pushing out 100% until you got tired, and that's acceptable. But would you, if you did another project, like did two projects, would you learn more and get better? Like, you would say, if you were to be really harsh on yourself, you'd say you wasted your time with
Well,
OCD. Would you say?
that's another thing.
What,
Yeah, I obsess about small things, and then I get demotivated because it's taking too long, and then I procrastinate, and then there's always this dread. Because like, oh, I'll tell a little personal story. This might be a little real, but um, one of my parents, they're not very. They do a lot of things, but they don't really finish things. And that's I'm obsessed about not becoming like that. I really want to finish things, and so
yeah.
I obsess about it's gonna be good. It's gonna be you know um up to snuff, and it's gonna be finished. Like those are the three things that I focus on. So when I was doing that, I thought, oh, well, this isn't good enough. God, like, would people like this? Fuck, all these like insecurities. Of course, you have these, but like I don't know. Like I absolutely think that things aren't good enough, and I think like, okay, well, fuck. But there's like I could have probably stopped at 70%. Like I always also wrote a little thing on the project itself. I said that I was making a worse version of this because I was originally just planning for this to be a small thing for my friends because
Mm.
we were playing the game that it was referring to. But the server shut down. The guys just split apart, and then I thought, fuck it. Okay, well I wasted all this time. I might as well finish it. And so that's when I just revamped everything, went back, just finished everything, made it look better. then suddenly things weren't good enough, and then I went back and fixed that, and it's just all this back and forth.
Yeah.
Uh, Breaking away from that is I've tried so many times. I don't know how to fix it. I really don't know how to fix it. I don't know if I should
I
go to
have
a fucking therapist or if I should.
Mm.
Bendik, I got some path that you might just look into it. Um, Basically, I had the same issue about wireframe, modeling super cleanly, and all that stuff. And everything changed at the moment I asked myself, is it worth spending that much time on it? Because basically, time is something you cannot buy back or gain back. It's something you lose, right? So it's your life that going out of your body, said in another way. And would you spend your life fixing like very small insignificant stuff? Like, is your life only worth that? And when I started to ask myself all those things, I just stopped bothered with perfectionism and all that crap because it sucks.
Mm.
You just want to do more with your life. All the time I spent nitpicking my geo and all that stuff, it is time I kind of wasted because I could spend this creating more design and getting more creative. So ask yourself, Bendik, would you spend your fucking life fixing small things or developing big, uh, clear-cut designs that would maybe change your career?
Yeah,
Nobody gives
Uh,
a fuck about like the stars you will put at the corner of your model. They will care about how cool your work look like.
yeah.
And
Um,
yeah,
but I think we all have seen like those guys in like these Facebook groups who just post this stuff that's not really good, and that's fine that they're posting it. But I don't want to be posting something that I don't think is acceptable. I have a standard of what I see, what I perceive others that like other people who post stuff on like ArtStation, Facebook. They post like various quality of stuff, but there's always like professionalism to it.
yep,
Um, that's what I aim for. And that level might vary from person to person. So I could
yeah.
break away from it by thinking, oh well, this is good enough. Fuck it. But
Well,
I
I'm gonna
want to
tell
be
you,
as good as my peers. But that's the
yeah,
fucking curse of social media.
exactly.
Fuck
And
everybody.
I
Like
and I'm
it's
going to complete what I was about to say. It's just that I just started to tell myself you're gonna suck anyway. Anyway, no matter how much time you will spend on your design, if it's like your fifth, your sixth, your seventh, it's gonna suck anyway. So just finish it, publish it, get feedbacks, and do it again. Because
Making sure that I'm accentuating the tip of the gun. I want you to pay attention to that. But I didn't make it yellow either because I wouldn't be able to take it seriously. They make pop guns like that, right? They make a yellow tip on a pop gun to show that it's not a real gun, right? So
mhm.
it's like you don't want to be adding those things. Like I could have, and there's a red light here. You can add lights there, and there's a red light around the vagina. And so it's like just to go, hey, what is that? What is that? I don't want to put lights everywhere because then you make it super silly. But you could do that. You could go a little bit more silly. So you've got a layer of lighting. You've got accents in the terms of shiny materials. You can even just add it to the tip of the gun here too. You can make like this tip of the gun here to be a shiny metal insert here. So then
Mhm.
if the gun's all black, then this pops out to you just at the tip. And you're like, ooh, that's dangerous, right?
Mhm.
Something to register something there. So, because this is more about now critiquing how you're going to the next stage. And so you can figure all that stuff out. But we're
Mhm.
looking at the back here. This is your concern.
Yeah, it's I worked very little on it. That's the problem.
No, it's looking
It's
pretty
it's like I was like working the rest of the character, and I
cool.
and I neglected that part.
Yeah.
So I need to go back.
And that's really cool to see. I mean, No one was quite doing this stuff in ZBrush, and now everyone's doing it because I'm like teaching everyone. It's great to see.
What do you mean?
This type of stuff with Dynamesh. Like when I first started doing this stuff, no one was doing it. Now everyone's like doing it, and it's just great. Like because I'm like proud of you. I'm like seeing you do it. Like and taking
But
my
I
style and
think
like working it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know, dude. I've been following you for like a long time, man.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's just that I don't know, man. Like I started like not it's kind of complicated. Like if I start replaying my journey right in 3D, it was like
Mm.
I knew stuff and I took like years to like I opened ZBrush and then I couldn't do anything and it
Yeah.
was like I stopped and then like years later I tried again and then I stopped. But I was like always seeing people do it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I take like a long time to now that I'm in this, I know how to study, right?
Well,
But I spent like years trying to get into 3D
yeah.
and
You know
failure
what it
after
is?
failure.
You know
Huh?
what? It's because you hit a rock bottom.
Yeah.
You lost the job in Canada, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you got your back's against the wall pretty much. And so you
But
had
that thing was like a stupid decision that I made, like the going back. But it's anyway. But it's
maybe
not.
you
It's
needed it.
before that.
Maybe you
It's
needed it.
years and years ago. Like it's way longer than that. But anyway, it's fucking done, right? I can get that time back.
Yeah.
But it's like now it's just like because I remember seeing you were like a beta tester for ZBrush for 6 or something, right? For 7.
No, I never done any beta testing for it. I
Really?
was going to, then I got busy with work, so I
Oh.
didn't want to use
Yeah,
it.
but I remember you like my first recollection of like seeing your work
Mm.
was with the that like it looked like a scientist or something. Like he had
Oh,
like a
well, that
really
technical.
clothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, seeing like
That wasn't
you
meant. That wasn't
you
beta testing. That wasn't. I think
yeah.
they might have
But you're
advertised
really
it.
pushing the. What do you think
Yeah,
of this gun?
it's good. I like it. It's very cool.
Yeah,
It is
I don't
very.
know.
And you're really
Just trying
spending a
to.
lot of time on little trinkets and things like that.
Yeah, I'm trying
Mm.
because this is what like remember we're talking about the Viking,
Mm. Mm.
like like putting those little accents and like making
Yeah.
them like
Mm.
stick, make it like get the scale done,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
This piece is like super like blocky because I was cleaning it up,
No, it's
but
actually
I
pretty good.
think
It's pretty good, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how much more detail I should put into this to be
I
honest.
wouldn't I wouldn't put too much more detail. You need to do the sub D and just save the detailing extra little trinkets and things for that stage.
Hmm.
Little things like that. So, but what is the concern for this one? This is the back, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I say,
Honestly, like, just can you delete that rifle in her back? Just delete it
okay,
for now. This one, you just
yeah,
get rid of it. This
mhm,
piece, like whatever it's there. Can I share my screen really quick?
sure.
Because I was like, I just saved it so we wouldn't have to like wait for me to clean up.
Mhm.
So I was working on it. So it's a bit different for what I have. Actually, no, it's okay. There's not a lot of change. Just keep carry on. Sorry.
All right. Yeah.
Because I was working on it like I was cleaning up, but it's kind of
Yeah.
like the same idea,
Yeah.
you know. It's just
Well,
neater.
so that your concern is this back part now, right? That's
Yeah,
your,
I just need to clean it up, you know,
yeah.
make it like look. Uh, I don't know if I should make it like because for example, I really took the time to make the arms work. Like they're very like functional, you
Mhm.
know.
You
But
want
like you see the spine in the
you want to
back.
make that work though, right? Like move.
How much? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm considering like maybe I just fake it, you know,
I
to
fake it.
save time.
Do not.
Huh?
First thought. Go with your first thought.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go with that first thought. Your OCD thinking brain is taking over here.
What do you mean?
You're thinking about it, and you're like, I want to do it all right. Don't think about it.
Mhm.
Just do it. Just do it. Because you know for a fact, if you waste time on this stupid spine trying to get it working, when you can cheat it, just cheat it. Like you know exactly what you need to do here. You just cheat it.
Yeah.
Just do that. You
So
know.
cheating is the right thing.
Of course it is. We're doing art. It's all cheating.
I don't know, dude. Like
Dude,
I
no,
wanna.
drop it. Drop the perfectionism. You're doing perfectionism. That's a form of perfectionism. You won't get nothing done, man. And you're gonna sit here for years more yet doing this stupid spine. And you just get rid of your perfectionism. Get rid of it. Drop
Be
perfectionism.
the best then. No, okay.
Just drop it. Just drop your perfectionism. If you can get it done that way, do it. Just cheat it. Like it's like
No,
me
no. It's
putting
I
everything
think
on a
it's
surface
too
model.
much work, and the design will suffer. You know.
I think it'll be fine because it's like pretty tucked away there, and no one's
No,
gonna.
no, no. I am agreeing with you. I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, if I make it look, if I make it realistic, the design will suffer, and I
Mhm.
don't want that.
Yeah,
So, you know. But like the arms, I think it's like it was a good thing to do.
yeah, because they're so
Like
big. They're huge.
the
They're the biggest
yeah.
thing on the design. So, and it would look cool from that angle. And you just make the animation that's doing that. Yeah, like that would make a cool animation. So, yeah, I think so. Um, but what is your concern with the back? Like, you're just not. You've not
I'm
fleshed.
gonna be honest with you, dude. Like I don't know what to ask you today because like I just need to work.
Yeah,
I have no questions for you, to be honest. You know.
that's probably perfect. Like,
No, that's not because like I wanna I wanna learn something.
well, I'll sculpt some stuff here just to register
Can
something
you
for you.
do something different for me? Can you give me like whatever you can do? You have time. Like doesn't
Mm.
need like show me more.
Okay, put my brain in a different gear. All right.
Sorry.
Fuck you, man.
If
No.
you don't mind.
I'm joking.
Yeah, no, just show me more. Show me
Okay.
like how can I like how can I start?
How can
You
you
know?
start? Um, I guess let me load a scene. It's just easier for my brain to adopt
For sure. Yeah.
something that I've been doing already.
But like show like I'm like you're teaching me more now. You know, like
Okay.
just the bare basics,
All
so
right.
I can like I can have a primer, so I'm not lost. You know.
Yeah. All right. Let me. My brain has to go into a. All right. So I'm just figuring out what do I have for you. So
Wow, this is so cool.
yeah, Moe's really cool. I mean, this is the thing that I imported in later. So I should have imported this first thing and make it a model like this. But Moe stopped importing my decimated meshes. It would only import, so I had to make a dummy mesh. I should have done this at the start. So to get scale. But I want to have like I want to make lots of. It sounds funny, but I'm going to make lots of doors as practice, just for Moe, like these doors.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if we come in here and we just delete, like, so what I'm doing is just like going in, deleting stuff, and that's the door. Like I'm by no means a Moe expert.
Mm-hmm.
Just get rid of all that. And so, like, say if we want to come in, like Moe is pretty cool. Like, say if we have this door, all right, and
But go yeah, but go from the very beginning. Like
yeah,
how would you do
I'll make
like something simple? You
no,
know.
I'll make a shape. Don't worry. So like
Oh, cool.
this will select the edge loop around.
Uh-huh.
So this is so offset. I guess I gotta go because I've got everything hotkeyed. So offset, and that will create a curve in here. That's the curve.
Uh-huh.
So you could extrude that right from there,
Mm-hmm.
and
So the to you selected you can select any curve in your I'm trying to I wanna understand the workflow, like how
I've
if
got
I when I start.
you've got to go through and add so many hotkeys. Like these are all custom hotkeys. Like it's
Uh-huh.
annoying. Moe's not,
Uh,
yeah, but once you get your custom hotkeys, it's like this is select face, but Moe doesn't have an edge tool to select these edges. You'd have to come in here and select these edges like that. But I got a script to select the edges. So then I can fillet those edges. And then when you fillet, you come in and you drag on the canvas and you can see that there and you can drag again. See? And you do a
okay.
smaller fillet.
Where'd you get those scripts? You made them or did you get them
So
one-on-one?
I have mate named Coey. He was on my Twitch, and like I remember I sat with him, and I was like, how do I get all these scripts? And always he's my man to ask questions to. But I can probably just send you I'll send you my whole MOE folder, and you can just take it. We'll do that.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, just send me a message and send me an email so I remember.
For sure.
So that I've mirrored this here. So that's the middle. Tells you when the middle is there. And you mirror that. But at first, you probably want to fillet this. So that's a fillet. You want to fillet this point there, and you right click on the canvas and you drag to fillet. It is so
cuts, right?
A fillet is to smooth the edge out, and you've got chamfer, which is a square edge, right? And then we want to do this. Sometimes you want to like, I don't think this will work with 2. Sometimes you just want to do a spacing in between this to create a, like a division.
Panel?
Yeah, like that to really show from a distance. Oops,
what tool did you use to do the second line?
The second line, the offset. So
offset. Okay, offset. Awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to learn. Is like I'm trying to know the tools and like the things, so I can when I
think it's called
when I open it, I know what to look for.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called offset because I could have forgot what it's called because once I rename things,
sure.
just like
no, that's all right. That's okay. Just go. Keep saying what you're doing, right?
Yeah. So now we have that. Oh, that one did cuts. Do that again. So we want the midpoint, wherever that midpoint is, up here. And so we want to select that. Alt Q is my Boolean operation to do cuts, and you select the cut, and you want that to cut, and then it cut this out like that, and you've got the cut in there. Let's delete that. Got that, and there we go. We got this, and so you could come in, and the thing is though, I couldn't just come in and press F on this. I couldn't fillet that because I've already filleted it here. So yeah, I think it would break. Let me try. No, it worked. It managed to fillet this edge here. It wasn't too bad. God, I need to move this thing a bit. So, I mean, and then you've got like, you can make details. Say this is like a rectangle, and then you want to find the midpoint of that detail. And then you've got snapping at the bottom. See grid snap, straight snap, object snap, all those things. And so I want to do that and Alt Q. That's not the right one. I've actually forgot my hotkeys. Let me just show you in here. So you've got Boolean. Yeah, I mean, you've got union and division, insert and merge, right? So I always forget this operation. I don't want to subtract that. I just want to merge, union. So you want to union these two, and then you get that from it. And then I want to fillet that on the bottom. You got to be careful because like sometimes you feel it's too large and it just won't work. There we go. Oh, whatever. And then you can like shrink that down. I mean, you can extrude that, come in and add some cool techie details, which take forever in ZBrush if we were to do that stuff. And you can just like fillet that. I'm not like, Vitaly is really well trained at this. Hey?
Sorry?
Vitaly's really well trained. What's that?
Do you think I should bring that gun into to make it?
Totally do it.
Because there's like the back leg, those kind of pieces I could do it.
Yeah.
I can the hinges and stuff like that. That's what I want my
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do this. You could position some of these things like here. Like maybe.
What you're saying about Vitaly?
Oh man, he's so skilled at doing that. Like really techie bits. I really like.
He also has his own like MOE kind of thing. He wrote some scripts and stuff.
His own scripts.
Yeah, I mean that's what I remember. I think because he had some like. Remember you were talking about like the scripts and stuff, like to make the workflow faster.
Yeah.
Like in way before like everyone was using MOE, he did his own scripts and to like change the overall like appearance and UI and stuff.
Yeah.
He showed it once on Learn Squared, I guess.
Yeah.
How it works. And it's almost like it's like a fast forwarded video. He was working in real time, but you would feel like if it's like a time lapse.
Oh really?
Yeah. I'll send in the link.
Yeah, send me the link. Let's check it out.
But does he share the
I think he's not. It hasn't got too many more scripts than he's probably got a bit more than me, but not too much more. But
For
the
sure.
most basic UI, yes, that you get with Moe, it is. So I mean, you could do stuff like like when you get Moe straight out the thing, it's awful. You do have to add. That's why I've got a fair few custom scripts. Like this is all custom. Whatever you see a really long text, it's all custom. So it's heaps. Like it's majority of custom scripts. So because I realized like, holy crap, you do need a lot of custom scripts.
For sure.
I mean,
if I break down those scripts, like if you send me, you probably can make some more.
Yeah,
I'll share back if I have something interesting, I'll share with you.
And so we've got this new shape from the select edges, and we can do something like this, which we can extrude like that, like makes
that shape. You got it from offset again, right?
Yeah. I selected the edges to get that, and I can do this B like that, and then what I can do.
So V is like that one is like a bridge, right?
B is loft. I think it's B. Yeah, it's loft, or it's not sweep. Sweep is to make like piping and stuff like that. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
So I want to fillet that. These edges there. My fillet's too large.
If you can know where you're going with.
I don't fillet that. I'm just gonna type it in. It's too small. 10. There we go. Not the best fillet. You'd want to fillet the edges first, and then Alt Q to boolean that door out. I didn't push it in enough. But man, I actually getting a bit addicted to this. I just want to sit down because I've got some time now to do this stuff. So I like what you would usually do is you'd come in and fillet those edges. Because like, so if we did that again, just for the sake of it, I knew that would happen, but I'm kind of like just rushing it. So we want to just smooth that out. See, just looks more appealing. Maybe even top too. There we go. Nice. And then we pull that out, and I'll just push it up. This is why I haven't done any tutorials for it, because like I'm not.
You're still learning.
Yeah.
Still getting used to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be, hey, you know, just because like I'm just going to sell it to you, you should watch it. But let's see if we can get a fillet from this. And that's what happens. It bugs out. So what I do is like I use Fusion in between certain fillets because Fusion can do them. So I'll export it to Fusion at the very end to do the certain fillets. Like this is a bad thing here. So I should have filleted that more. And so this is where you start learning. You can only work one way, and that's where you learn those things because you can't fix that now. You just have to accept it. Does that make sense? You can't go back and